Let us go One Piece hunting. I do need more One Piece content. Manga is not enough. The anime is not enough. I just want more. So let's see what the fans are saying. So the first one is Zoro's Devil Fruit has been revealed. That sounds like clickbait, but let's hear what's about.
Zoro's Devil Fruit has been revealed. In the SBS of Volume 98, someone asked, if Zoro could have a devil fruit, which one would it be? The author's answer was crystal clear, the Uo Uo no Mi model Seiryu, the exact same mythical fruit Kaido has, which turns the user into a blue dragon. However, Oda added that he wouldn't give the fruit for Zoro to eat. Instead, he would make Zoro's sword devour the devil fruit. Yes, one of his blades would gain the dragon's powers, full transformation, hybrid form, heat blasts, flight, and everything else.
Yeah, I believe that Akira Oda said if, then it would be the sword, but Zoro's three sword style is just so amazingly cool that he would never destroy the conventional three sword style that we know as fans. So I believe he would never do that. So live action Smoker has gone viral. Yeah, well, tell me what you think about live action. I have a hot take. While I think it's okay, it's not super good. I mean, it's not as awkward as Dragon Ball Revolution, the live action, but it's also not mind-blowing. It's just on the edge of what could be looking cool in the future. I think they're on the right path, but, you know, I'm not convinced just yet.
So it looks like live-action Smoker has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. And let me tell you, people are having a field day with this one. Now, we recently got our first look at Smoker and Tashigi for Season 2 of the One Piece live action. And to say it was underwhelming for a lot of people would be an understatement. I saw comments comparing Smoker to a 1980s movie villain, while Tashigi was said to look like a bit like Velma. Some people even said the costumes look like cheap cosplay.
Wait.
To look like a bit like Velma. Some people
Well, if this is Smoker, then yes, it's a really bad pick.
Even said the costumes look like cheap cosplays. But the most common sentiment was that without any context. Many would just assume this image.
So this image. So Tashigi, again, I don't know why I mean, it doesn't look too bad here, but I don't know why Netflix just wants to make everyone black. What if there's no black person in the story? So why include them? Why make people angry about it, right? I mean, for the side profile of Smoker here works. Tashigi as well. I mean, from the face, she looks okay. Not from the skin. I would prefer something different. But like from the side profile here, they don't look too bad. I don't know.
Came straight from a Corrin roleplay. Looks like Sora AI's One Piece takeover has gone too far. Now, over the past month, I've seen tons of Sora AI clips adopting One Piece characters to reach their full potential. From Shanks catching Mihawk lacking for painting his sword, to Usopp showing us why we'll never see Shanks versus Mihawk take place. Whereas God Usopp, he wipes out the sun instantly, making Shanks and Mihawk bend to his will. Or Buggy stopping the war at Marineford, holding back Akainu with one finger. But now, after all of this, it seems that Shueisha is not a fan of Sora AI, misappropriating videos that they believe they should have the sole rights to. To the point they are responding on a global scale, and are now threatening to take legal action against OpenAI for copyright infringement.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on already. This is great. I love to see fan-made stuff like that, and AI just makes it easier for creative people to do the stories that they have in mind without actually buying a production company. Don't you think it's a good thing that people can now just be creative, just push on a button and create a series of a spin-off of Zoro, for example, and you know, you would have a spin-off Zoro story and you can put in whatever you can put in. I mean, it's free advertising for One Piece, right? So I don't know why this would be a bad thing, as long as people don't abuse it for any shady stuff. But it confirms second time skip. I highly doubt it.
One Piece fans, Oda may have just confirmed a second time skip after...
Right, look at the clickbait. Oda confirms second time skip. And then like the second word is may.
One Piece fans. Oda may have just confirmed
Oda
a
may
second
just
time
have
skip
confirmed.
after Elbaf. The
So, you know everything that follows is probably not true.
Elbaf arc isn't just about giants and ancient murals anymore. When the arc began, a strange warning was shown. Time isn't the same in Elbaf as the rest of the world. At first, fans...
How? It's like, I read the manga pretty thoroughly. I didn't come across that information at all.
But then came the shocking detail. Gabon thought it had only been 3 years since he last bathed with Shanks, but Shanks corrected him. It's been 10. Elbaf doesn't slow time. It dulls your sense of it. So while the Straw Hats think they've only been here for a few days, the outside world has already jumped months ahead.
Nope. Nope. Don't believe it. I do not believe it. Something different is up with that. I just don't believe it. Already I can tell you this is bullshit. It's like Zoro is the man. I already know what they're coming with. It's probably Loki. And Loki might be the second strongest, but Zoro will be right at his level. And Loki, if he does join the crew, he will not be with the crew very long, because I think that he will die. Loki is the perfect character, as well as Jinbei, to die in the story. Just because I feel like you don't have that big of an attachment with Jinbei, and if Loki were to join the crew, you wouldn't have that big of an attachment with those characters, so... But yeah, maybe this video will surprise me.
Let me explain. Right now, the power structure of the Straw Hat Pirates feels pretty solid. Luffy leads as captain, Zoro stands beside him as his right hand, and Sanji follows as his left. The gap between Zoro and Sanji has always been razor thin, and Oda himself treats them like...
Not really. Here's why Zoro will always be stronger than Sanji. Zoro strives for being the strongest at something. That is his dream, his goal. Sanji's dream and goal is finding the all blue, which is not something that he really has to physically train for. I mean, if he does find it on accident or whatever he has to do to find it, it will not be as a physical commitment as Zoro. So that's why Zoro will always be stronger than Sanji. Maybe Sanji will get a glow up, although he just had one, and be a little bit stronger than Zoro for maybe a minute, but Zoro will end up being stronger than Sanji 100%.
equals, but all of that balance could collapse the moment Loki steps in. This Elbaf prince is strong and terrifying. Loki's bounty reportedly sits at 2.6 billion berries, which already puts him at Yonko level territory.
I get it, but I think that he will join the crew temporarily. He will not be a true crew member. It's like kind of Bartolomeo Bear. You know, he's like kind of a crew member, but not really. I mean, he joined the Straw Hats on their journey to get One Piece, but they're not really his close cycle, and I don't think Loki will be either.
Power to wipe out all of Elbaf, maybe even the world itself, earning him the title of Sun God who will destroy this world. And here's the craziest part. The only person known to have ever beaten Loki is Shanks. If even the red-haired emperor needed to take him down, then you know we're talking about a monster way above Zoro's current level. Of course, Zoro's story isn't done yet. His growth curve is ridiculous, and by the end, he might reach that elite world-shaking tier himself. But for now, if Loki truly joins the Straw Hats, Zoro's number 2 spot might be hanging by a thread. Did you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Zoro... Okay, Zoro barely beat King. And King is definitely not as strong as Loki. And if Loki were to join the Straw Hats permanently, it would mean that Loki is stronger than Zoro, admitted, but he will not lose his spot as the right hand. Never going to happen. So One Piece fans are crashing out. I'm not crashing out. I'm a One Piece fan, so what's going on?
One Piece fans are crashing out after Toei Animation allegedly used AI in the latest episode of One Piece, but they are completely mistaken. So one of the fans on Twitter noticed that in the latest episode of One Piece where Sanji was fighting Nusturo, someone pointed out that Nusturo actually had 6 fingers in one of the scenes. After seeing a lot of fans criticizing Toei for using AI, the animator who worked on this scene came out and apologized, stating that it was a mistake on their end that ended up passing through multiple quality checks, so it's just an animator mistake. One Piece.
Well, even if they used AI, if the work looks controlled and nice and they can produce more of it, who cares? AI just means that they can produce more of it, and more people have access in world building with animation, which eventually will end up being profitable for everyone, or less expensive for everyone, or for the production teams less expensive, and we just get to consume more content, which is good. My take on it.
Somebody tell me why Oda did this. So recently the Elbaf outfits were revealed, and while they look pretty good, but they're kind of bad compared to what Oda initially had in mind. So this is one of Oda's color spreads, and while comparing it with the latest one, everyone looks like they got an upgrade except Zoro with his stick legs, and it looks even worse if you compare it with Oda's yellow pants coloring. I might have never complained about Zoro's outfit if I hadn't seen this version of Zoro, which not only perfectly suits his personality, but makes him look like a true hunter. Somebody...
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a lot to animate. It's really time consuming, but yeah, this actually looks dope. This looks bomb. Yeah, I wish that the animators, I mean, I can understand them, but I wish they had taken this design. Holy crap. This coat looks badass. I want a coat like this. I'm gonna go to Amazon and buy a coat like that. Okay, another crashing out.
One Piece
I'm
fans are
crashing
crashing out because of Oda, and this time they might be right. So as you probably know, in the latest chapter 1165, with the combined attack of Garp and Roger Demon Rocks gets defeated, but after this, a lot of fans are criticizing the fight because this was one of the most anticipated battles and it ended in less than a chapter. Some are also worried about what will happen with the Mihawk versus Zoro fight and saying we might never see a fight on the same level as Sukuna versus Gojo or Goku versus Jiren. Well, if this is really how Rock's story ends, then this is the most underwhelming death of a top-tier character in the whole story. At least give us some speech or something at the end. One Piece.
Well, what I believe is they go back to it eventually, but also Oda eventually needs to finish the story and he just does not have enough time, as it seems, from a health standpoint. But I mean, it's a good point. This battle, this fight should be humongous, but it was kind of underwhelming. But what I believe is they will go back and show more of it, if that makes sense. I'll leave it at that for today. What do you guys think about all these takes? I am happy to read your comments, and if you did like the video, follow. I try to get more of these out more frequently. See you.